Boy, another impressive win for the Celtics on Sunday night, going out to LA and beating the Lakers by 22 points. Celtics have now won 8 of their last 9 games. They're really rolling. Jaylen Brown is a legit MVP candidate. Chad, I'm going to give you a take here that I never thought I'd say, but I'm actually starting to come around to, I think they should wait for Jayson Tatum to come back next year. That they're playing so well right now that adding Jayson Tatum to this mix could really just mess things up. What do you think about that?
That is a take for sure. No, I don't agree with that. I think everything they've done to this point sets up him coming back, even though they're still being coy about it. Trading Simons for Vucevic obviously had salary implications, tax implications, but it also sort of makes the roster in a little bit more of a alignment when Tatum comes back. There wouldn't have been shots for Simons with Tatum there. I think Tatum is way more malleable than he gets credit for, and he's also conscientious. I know people get frustrated with his shot selection sometimes, and I'd be really happy to never see a step-back three-pointer with 14 seconds on the shot clock ever again, but he's a great rebounder, good defender, can guard anybody, excellent passer, and he's talked about this, he's aware of how well they have played without him, and is trying to figure out how he fits in. So I have complete faith that Jayson Tatum, he might take a bad shot once in a while, but he's going to acclimate himself to what they need. And no team in the league is going to get a bump from a player like the Celtics will get from Jayson Tatum, even if he's at 85% of what he was before his injury.
See, I think this could be a case of subtraction by addition. It's so complicated with a player who's as ball dominant as Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown both are. The Celtics are rolling right now. Jaylen Brown is playing the best ball of his career. Peyton Pritchard has found a really nice role here coming off the bench again. They've won 8 of 9 games. They're playing really good ball here. They're one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And then you're going to bring Jayson Tatum back, who's coming back from a torn Achilles. He's going to be testing his leg. He's going to be working on his game. How much of this is, going to be on getting Jayson Tatum up to speed versus we're already up to speed, the rest of the team, and we're rolling. Like, if this was a role player, I'd say, sure, bring him in. But the fact that he's so ball dominant and he's such a superstar, I think it really could complicate things for the Celtics.
Yeah, I don't. Ball dominant is true, but nobody has a higher usage rate than Jaylen Brown, who's taken the most shots in the league this season. I think he has to acclimate a little bit, but again, Tatum has talked about how well they've played without him and trying to figure out where he fits in. And I trust him to be conscientious about it. What we don't know, the variable, is how sharp he is, how good he looks. But they're not going to bring him back unless they're 100% certain that he's ready to go. That means practicing with the team. That means doing his G League stuff, which he's already done. Mazzulla's being very coy about whether he's practicing with the team right now. But they're not going to rush him back. They're not going to ask him to play 35 minutes a night. They're going to ease him in. And he's Jayson Tatum, first team All-NBA, one of the most well-rounded players in the league. Of course you take that guy back when you have the chance.
But what if he is rusty, Chad? What if he isn't Jayson Tatum because he is coming off that torn ACL? What if he has a little bit of a rough stretch and the rest of the players are looking around being like, hey, we were good before. Like, we don't need this variable here kind of complicating things for us.
Yeah, I don't think that happens because he's so good at a lot of different things. They miss his rebounding. They miss his ability to guard a bunch of different people. Jayson Tatum doesn't have his full quickness yet. You put Jayson Tatum on the block where he's an absolute killer in the post. He's one of the most flexible players in the league. I've said malleable a few times. Now I'll change it to flexible. And he can help you win in a lot of ways, even if he's not the scoring force that he's always been. I don't think there's really any question that you bring back Jayson Tatum when you have a chance to.
I'm starting to come around. So I think you tell him, take your time, and let's get ready for the 26-27 season. We'll let Jaylen Brown handle this. All right, real quick, let's end the show with our Hail Marys. Chad Finn, go.
Marcelo Meyer not only makes the team, he has a really good year, and we talk about him as one of the better young players in the American League.
Okay, very good. Mine's going to be Christian Gonzalez. The Patriots, he's going to be their big signing this offseason. They're going to pay him a record-setting contract. I don't see a ton of major moves since they spent all that money last offseason, but Christian Gonzalez is going to get a big contract.